We're a little over 10% of the way into the 2024 NBA season, and more than ever before in the modern NBA, the tides seem to be shifting. Some of the biggest expectations have crashed into a wall, while some things that I've never considered have made their way into the spotlight. What the heck is going on seems to be something I'm saying a lot these days, and every time I scan through the NBA, I become even more perplexed. This is the beauty of sports though, I guess. The unpredictability, the rapid shifts in momentum, the changes in the balance of power. It's what we love. It's what we live for. It's basketball at its finest. And with that being said, let's dive in today to some of the most confusing stuff that's been happening so far this season. I'm going to have to start this off with the Houston Rockets and Dillon Dynasty Brooks. Oh my goodness, guys. I can't believe I'm actually about to say something positive about Dillon. But look, guys, what the heck is this? This team was hot garbage last year, sitting at the bottom of the Western Conference, and after trading for a 6-foot undrafted point guard and the most hated man in the NBA, they've suddenly become good? 6-3? 4th in the Western Conference? Then get a load of this. 55% from the field, 53% from three-point range for an effective field goal of 65%? Percentage-wise, he's number one in the entire league, shooting the three ball even better than Steph Curry, for crying out loud. Did Dillon Brooks go to Splash Brother University or something over the offseason? Because as of now, he's looking like a prime candidate for Most Improved Player of the Year. Anyway, it's not just that they're 4th in the West, it's who they've been beating too. 2 consecutive wins against Sacramento, a lopsided victory against LeBron and the Lakers, and even a win against the Denver Nuggets? Who in the world could have seen this coming? I do gotta show some love, however, to Alperen Şengün. The third-year center from Turkey has really taken a leap over the offseason, and although I knew he was good, I didn't think we'd be seeing this type of growth from him so early. Anyway, the next thing that's confusing is, the Milwaukee Bucks. After the pairing of Damian Lillard and Giannis Antetokounmpo, the Bucks were supposed to be an unstoppable 1-2 punch like Kobe and Shaq, and while they haven't been downright horrendous with a 6-4 record, they're looking like anything but the super team that we all thought they would be. Giannis is still Giannis, but Dame time seems to have left his watch in Portland or something. I mean, 23 points might not seem bad considering he has to now share the ball with another superstar, but 37% from the field and 27% from three-point range is complete asinine. That Drew Holiday trade is looking like it was a big mistake. And as for Lillard, one of his biggest issues is that he isn't really doing anything off the ball. I mean, you'll notice immediately when watching Bucks games that once the rock leaves Lillard's hands, he just stands there on the perimeter and watches the ball. Maybe that's what 10+ years of being in Portland does to you. Then, to make matters worse, because of his limited defensive capabilities, the Bucks went from being one of the best defensive teams last year to one of the worst this year. This was supposed to be one of the most feared teams in the league, but with the way they've been playing basketball, it seems like 2024 is stag hunting season. One team that isn't failing, however, are the Dallas Mavericks. Somehow, someway, 2 superstars with huge yet polarizing personalities seem to be meshing well together. It's still early in the season, but Luka and Kyrie's big plays have definitely put the Dallas Mavericks on the map. They're scoring lots of points, they're doing it efficiently, and so far, there doesn't seem to be any drama coming from the team. It is worthy to note, however, that the teams they've been beating haven't exactly been the cream of the crop. I mean, a rookie Wembanyama Spurs team, Ben Simmons and the Brooklyn Nets, Memphis, etc., etc., and in the one serious game they actually had against the Nuggets, they lost pretty convincingly. Only time will tell how they'll perform against some of the better teams in the league, but so far, so good. The next team is also surprising to me, and if I had to be honest, they're surprising me more than the Mavericks. I'm talking about the Minnesota Timberwolves. You know, if there's one player under 25 that I have to give the it factor to, it'd be Anthony Edwards. Luka might still be better than him, but man, when it comes to electrifying, I don't think anyone beats Ant-Man in this category currently. His combinations of skills and athleticism is off the charts, and along with playing alongside the twin towers of Rudy Gobert and Karl Anthony Towns, the Timberwolves currently have the #1 rated defense in the entire league. They're 8-2 in the Western Conference as of today, and what's even more shocking about that record is who they won against. The Nuggets, the Celtics, and the Warriors? Some people have their doubts about their postseason abilities, and part of that is because Rudy Gobert was abused a lot in 1-5 matchups before, but still, 8-2 with wins against 3 elite teams that all either won championships or gone to the finals in the past 2 seasons? Sheesh. You know, one team that I have to apologize for are the Philadelphia 76ers. After that whole James Harden fiasco that happened over the offseason, after Joel Embiid trade rumors, everyone thought the 76ers were done. But Tyrese Maxey and Joel Embiid had other plans. They're currently sitting on top of the Eastern Conference, and as per Giannis, they feel completely different this year. Nick Nurse has really done a great job with turning the team around. Currently, Embiid is making a strong case to become a back-to-back MVP, while Maxey's all-star wings are starting to come out. I'm sure y'all have either seen or heard already, but the fourth-year guard out of Kentucky just dropped a 50-piece recently. The last 76ers guard to drop 50 was none other than Allen Iverson himself. Only time will tell how this team fares, especially with Kelly Oubre and his recent motor vehicle accident, but as of now, this looks like the final form of the process. After all those years of tanking, after all those years of acquiring draft picks, it looks like it's all going to boil down to Maxey and Embiid. Anyway, speaking of the process, I thought 2024 was finally going to be the year where the Detroit Pistons were going to rise out of the shadows because Cade Cunningham is back and he actually looked really good in their 2 preseason wins against the rising OKC Thunder. I didn't think they'd be competing for a championship or anything, but I thought they'd at least be competing for a play-in position. But 10% of the way into the season, and they're 2-10. They're doing even worse than last season at this point in time. Sheesh, guys. They ain't the bad boys Pistons anymore. They're just the bad Pistons. Anyway, I want to end this off with just one more thing that's been confusing me. What the heck is up with the referees? I thought with all the ridiculous calls last season that they were going to clean up their acts this season, but it seems like it's just getting worse. I mean, believe it or not, they tossed Giannis out of the game for doing this. Sheesh, guys. Fans come in and pay big money to watch their favorite superstar play, and the refs are just going to throw them out for displaying a little passion for the game? With all the talks Adam Silver is giving about making the league more entertaining for fans, I can't believe something like this is still going on.